Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with an Uber Showdown Live. Been a minute since I've done some Ubers with Sengon777. Passed me this team. I believe he actually used it versus Jam like twice in his recent Ubers Live, so that's pretty cool. Now, because I did promise 24 videos on my birthday, which is the 19th, I'm actually not going to be doing a team preview for the lives that are not my road to top 10 in UU, as well as the lives that are not my road to rank 1 in OU, just to save me some time. Because 24 videos is a lot. Just to put into perspective, I put up about 21 videos a week, and I'll be putting up 24 videos in one day, so probably gonna have to like skip a lot of the editing and just do raw videos, but obviously there'll be music and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, so let's talk over this team real quick. We got Psychic Terrain spam with Deoxys. So basically it's Lele gets up the Psychic Terrain, and then Deoxys just clicks Nasty Fly and just blows everything back. We also have Spadef Primal Groudon, defensive Yveltal for Pokemon like Arceus and whatnot, as well as SD Necrozma Duskmane, which Ultra Bursts into Ultra Necrozma. And then we have Combine Arceus Dark, which is our Yveltal check. So let us look for a battle and yeah, get this live going. I'll pause until we find a game. Be right back. Alright guys, so we found a game. My opponent has a team and a mean name, but I'm assuming it's Rock's Pinsir would just set up everything and then Ditto to stop opposing setup, which kind of sucks because I want to lead off with my Deoxys and mess him up, but I can't really. And if I lead off with Ultra Necrozma and I Ultra Burst, then I'll lose to Xerneas pretty handily. So I think we lead a Yveltal here in the case that he leads off with his Pinsir. As it leads Groudon, that's fine too. Even if it's Eruption, I can't do anything, so I'm just going to foul play here and get off as much damage as possible as he goes for Rock Tomb. That's completely fine as he Fire Punches me, which will guarantee the KO with the next one. So nice. So I'm able to get rid of Groudon. Fantastic. Had I let off with Lele, I would have gotten up my Psychic Terrain. Pinsir is going to come out. I'm just going to Roost here as he frustrations me in regular and fails to KO me. That's fantastic. I need to keep this thing alive because I will lose to the I will lose to the Ditto. Now actually not the Ditto, the Arceus. I just want to make sure I live. Sorry about that. I gotta talk about that later. I just want to make sure I live the frustration from a regular Pinsir, not a regular Pinsir, obviously that did 15. I'm pretty sure I live frustration from this type of thing too, so we're physically defensive, return, okay, we're gonna Roost one more time. Just get back up to full, that way we can deal with Arceus. I guess his rocker wasn't the Pinsir, I would have thought it always would have been, but this will allow me to get in my Groudon here, and I need to get off some damage before I can go out to Ultra Necrozma, so Groudon makes a lot more sense. As he crits me right there, unfortunately. We got to throw up Precious Blades. I think this is Specs because I'm max Spadef. So I get off some beautiful damage off on Xerneas, enough to the point where I actually do not lose to it, which is fantastic. I'll click Rocks here. It doesn't matter at this point. This is really good for my SD Arceus Dark 2. I don't know if that's modest specs or not. However, I do like the idea of going Lele now and getting up the terrain for my own Deoxys for later. Just click a Psychic as he unfortunately crits me, and that'll allow me to go out into my my Deoxys right here. I think Nasty Clouding up is fine because I'm not worried about his Ditto, considering I have the Arceus Dark. So go ahead and gives me Xerneas. Nice. Again, opens up that door for my Arceus Dark even more. And I'm assuming he's going to bring out the Ditto now and probably click Ice Beam. I'm not going to risk going out into my Arceus Dark just this minute as it wins. But another Yveltal just beats Pinsir, it beats Necrozma, and it should be able to beat Arceus depending on the set. So I'll allow him to knock me out here. Bring out my Necrozma, another mon that just wins. I can't SD up. I'm pretty weak if I do. But I think what I can do now is just Ultra Burst and click Earthquake. Assuming that the 19. Ooh, hello my friends. Hello. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. You think he has Stone Edge? Or would he light the burns the sky here? I guess this is worth keeping alive. I feel like he doesn't have Stone Edge. But even if he did have Stone Edge, it wouldn't knock me out. He has to go for his Z move. And he also showed Sunstone Strike, so what am I talking about? So I can just Roost now. It's fine. I'm going to Roost one more time, because I'm expecting him to attack. Obviously, he could have SD'd again, but I still end up with my Yveltal at 100%. The only problem is if that's Arceus Fairy, but he has a Xerneas, so I don't think it'd be Arceus Fairy. Nice, so it's SD. Gonna click Foul Play on that boy as he goes Ditto, which is okay. That does not really matter. I can't touch you. I don't have Toxic either. You can taunt me all you want. All I do is get off Foul Plays on whatever's coming in, whatever's coming out. Taunt does not matter at all. Yeah, taunt shouldn't matter at all. I can't lose to this thing. He goes E-Killer. I go for Foul Play if he clicks SD. And then I have an Arceus Dark at full that can deal with it. So, and also, he might just get blown away by this +2 Foul Play, because this is his own attack. And I have Rocky Helmet there, yep. So Rocky Helmet going to be able to deal with him. And as I said, I'm able to live that hit. Big old defensive Yveltal coming through. And he forfeits, because he can't possibly win with just the Ditto locked into 5 Foul Plays. I literally have an Arceus Dark. So I'll pause it real quick. Be right back. Alright guys, so we have another game. Now right off the bat, I just noticed how annoying my Yveltal will be versus him, just because he has a Groudon, Necrozma, Duskmane, Arceus, which I don't know if it's Fairy or not. Kind of looks like it's Fairy, considering it doesn't really have the best Dark switching at all. Actually, I'm 100% sure it's either Fairy or Dark. And then Giratina is mainly there again, so Yveltal can be really cool in this. Deoxys as well has a ton of potential. I do want to get up rocks first before I do anything with Deoxys. But yeah, set up a Groudon and go from there. See if we can get some rocks up. It matches up decent versus everything that's not this monster. However, I do have my Arceus Dark, as I said. As I can switch into this, I can go for Refresh. I'm expecting a Toxic or maybe a Draco to come out. Goes for Toxic. That doesn't really matter. I'm going to double out now because he is going to go out to either his Arceus Fairy or his Necrozma Duskmane. I don't think he'd stay in. I think that's a poor play, considering this thing is something that can actually take on my Necrozma Duskmane on my own. Let's see, though, if he actually ends up staying in. Go Zygarde. Well, my switch into this doesn't really exist, so I'm going to get on my rocks here and proceed to just HP Ice after. I don't want my own Mon getting glared. I don't mind him Dragon Dancing either, because he won't be able to knock me out. And my Groudon's role was to get up rocks basically in this game. By the way, real quick, I want to give, or I want to talk about this, at least in the battle, because I said I'd come back with a battle, but I got a quick little sponsorship from the Anime Emporium. Basically, it's this place where you can purchase some merchandise from over 20 different anime, and one of my Twitch subscribers, Try Guy, actually hit me up about it because he works with them. So if y'all would like to pick something up, the link will be down below. You can use my affiliate code, PokeaimMD, as well as my referral link, and it helps me out, I said like a million times, but it does help me out. I don't think I might actually die to this, but I also think Deoxys might not be faster. I feel like I won't, though. Yeah, I'm about to say, I feel like my Lele won't die, and I'll be able to knock him out with Moonblast, exactly. And this also prevents the defog, so I didn't want to go out to Yveltal, as he goes out to his own Yveltal. I'll just Moonblast here. I'm assuming you're just... Looks like you're potentially... Scarf? I want to say you'd be Scarf. I feel like if I ISD up, I'll be able to blow this thing away, and this is defensive. Yeah, this thing's defensive. I'm SD up. Earthquake. I don't think I need my... I don't think I need this Pokemon anymore, in a sense that, I don't need my other form anymore. Especially because I can Earthquake here, and what I'm actually going to do is go for the Stone Edge. I think Stone Edge will knock out Necrozma Duskmane, but it also hits Yveltal. But yeah, if y'all want to check that out, that link will be down below. Let me just make sure this KOs, because I'm not about to throw this thing away. Especially because it's looking like the way I'm going to win this game is going to be Well, I might have just messed up, considering that it could be Arceus Fairy. But it could also be E-Killer, especially because he had an offensive Zygarde type thing going on. And Nasty Plot Deoxys is still pretty nasty, no pun intended. As well as the fact that Calm Mind Arceus Dark actually beats Arceus Fairy if it gets enough Calm Minds. So I just want to make sure that my my Ultra Necrozma picks up the KO, because I don't think my opponent should risk this. I don't think they should risk going a Veltal, but it's not always a bad play considering I don't think this is going to do 20-something%. I don't even know why I'm calculating this, but considering the fact that for the most part I can't really touch it. 26 to 31%. Yeah, let me go for it. Has a chance to crit too, and I get whatever that roll was. Okay, but this does give me Deoxys, and this gives me the option to a Dark Pulse into Ice Beam on the Yveltal. That really sucks there that they didn't KO. What type of roll was that? Are they running defensive? Did I calc something wrong? I thought it was +2 Stone Edge. I guess he has defense on it. We'll get rid of this this Yveltal. Now the only problem here is that, again, that Arceus can just blow me away. But by going Yveltal and Calm Minding up immediately, Arceus, excuse me, and Calm Minding up immediately, if it's, I'm trying to think, is it actually Arceus Fairy? Because if it's not, I might beat it. Like I said, I can beat it 1v1 anyway. I go for Calm Mind here. He doesn't 2 KO me if I go for Refresh. So I go for Refresh. The Calm Mind boost allows me to knock out Giratina at +1. So I'm a more offensive set. Giratina comes out. Toxic what? I recover here always. I need to Calm Mind up again. Oh yeah, she is Toxic Roar. Okay. Let's taunt you. I'm at 100%, so I'm not worried about this thing now. Again, though, if that is Arceus Fairy, then he didn't play it like it's Arceus Fairy. He didn't go out to it. I'm not a big fan of. I feel like Sunsteel Strike might be a little bit better on this because this team is very Arceus Fairy weak. My main way of dealing with it is having a Focus Sash Deoxys plus Terrain Extender still up. Does this die at 19%? Nice. Alright, so bring out that Arceus Fairy. Let's see. Nope, Groudon. I just foul play you. 31%, that's fine. I'm gonna taunt this boy, that way he cannot go for something like Toxic, especially because I don't knock him out with the foul play anyway. Just roost on him. The way it's being played, I really don't think it's I really think it's E-Killer. Or something weak to Dark. Yeah, it is E-Killer. Okay, so I just foul play. Yep, because I win. This will either knock him out or put him in range of my this will either knock him out or put him in range of my Arceus Dark or even my Rocky Helmet. I just foul play here. You get a little bit sloppy at the end, doesn't really matter. Yeah, so like had it been Arceus Fairy, which I thought it should have been. Man, my Ubers is rusty. I'm sorry, guys. Like I feel myself playing all rusty. Ugh. But then again, I don't know the team too well. I don't really use Psychic Spam so much. Yeah, my Ubers is rusty. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm gonna play some more Ubers. Ooh, okay. How do I not lose to half his team immediately? I lead Groudon and I Lava Plume at least. I'm pretty weak to offensive Groudon too, especially because he's gonna lead off a Deoxys and do that. So as far as winning late game goes, I'm gonna need to keep my Necrozma Duskmane alive so I can deal with Xerneas and potentially my Sash on Deoxys. But that's gonna be really hard to defog versus this guy because I'm assuming after he'll go something like maybe Groudon. We're gonna Lava Plume. I don't think Lava Plume burn even in the sun will be able to knock him out. So we limit him to rocks, but that's still pretty important because of my Focus Sash. But yeah, in the late game, maybe Deoxys can do it. Under Terrain, Arceus Ground comes out. I'm a plume. Because I would need damage on the Arceus ground anyway in order to deal with it. And what I can do now is go Veltal as he does not Stone Edge. Nice. Going to Roost first, and then I'm going to Defog, as I need the rock gone. And with the fact that this is actually an offensive Arceus, it makes it a little bit easier on me, I feel. But I should still save this. Yeah, I should just Roost all. But getting rid of rocks were definitely a priority there. Is he sub SD? Go Arceus Dark and attack. As he misses. So Arceus Dark's role in this game is going to be just to deal with this mon and this mon, which Yveltal does too. What is opening up in the background? I don't need that media. Get out of there. Just judgment here. Do not knock him out, unfortunately, as his Z is going to be able to do a ton. I'm going to say 60, 90, my gosh. But my Groudon hasn't taken any damage. I got rid of rocks. If he goes Marshadow and Shadow Sneaks, I'm going to go Yveltal just to get rid of the potential Sash. If he goes Groudon, my Sash is going to be important on my Deoxys. So basically, if he goes Groudon, I Judgment here just for the damage. Then I sack my Lele. I'm just trying to think what are the best options. Necrozma Dust Main comes out. I have Sash, Deoxys, and I guess your Weakness Posse. Yep. I'm gonna have to sack Lele eventually, so I'm gonna go now to sack it, so I can bring in my Deoxys right after and knock him out with Dark Pulse. So this should be able to knock him out with Dark Pulse. It also gets me a strong Psychic off on anything, which is what I really like. So this puts me in the position I kind of like. As long as this 504 special attack beast does do 38% to Necrozma. Oh, and I'm faster than it too, which is incredible. So I still keep my Sash alive, and I get a strong Psychic off on something. A very strong Psychic off on something. Whether it be Groudon, Marshadow, which could be Sash, or Xerneas. This is essentially Specs. Alright, we're going to keep my Sash alive here. And we're going to sack Arceus Dark, because what a Yveltal can do here is Yveltal can Rocky Helmet chip away at something, like maybe Marshadow or that. And keeping this alive is good too, so just Loudplume. Eat that up. Loudplume should knock it out, guaranteed, after that Spadef drop. I think it would knock it out regardless. As Groudon probably going to come out. Again, I still have my Sash intact. So all I got to do is get a little bit of damage off. He Rock Polishes up. I get a little damage off. I go out into... Okay, he goes Marshadow first. It's fine too. Still got my Sash intact and my Terrain. It should be game, because I just click Psychic. And then I just click Psychic twice on Groudon and I win. Groudon can't Rock Polish up and beat me unless it has Rock Slide, which is... not a move Groudon will run, and Psychic Terrain Deoxys is going to be able to knock him out in that big game. So, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Very, very nice. Alright, so that one was a little bit more clean, but iffy at the same time. What is with these nicknames today? Thought of my boy Eminem over here. Alright, let me slow it down a little bit. Whenever I see Xerneas, I either know I have to keep Groudon healthy, or if I can't keep Groudon healthy, which might be hard here considering he has Gengar, which is kind of like what I need Groudon for. Like, Arceus Dark wins. Out of these 5, Arceus Dark beats them all, right? But then he has Xerneas, which could be Scarf, which is very problematic. So, Necrozma is going to be my main way of dealing with that. As far as hits leads go, I feel like Yveltal is very strong versus a team with double Psychics. And Necrozma as well, so triple Psychics, I guess, technically. So one thing I could do is lead off with Arceus Dark and just click Judgment. Get a little bit of chip off on Xerneas and whatnot. I think that's what I'm going to do. And go from there. Because if he leads Yveltal, if it's Scarf, he'll U-turn. I get a Judgment off on potentially Xerneas, and that damage would be nice for, you know, Deoxys. Deoxys can win. But I have to be very careful about his Yveltal. If it's defensive, it makes it a little bit easier for me. The other option is leading off a Groudon, getting up my rocks early, and then pressuring him with Deoxys in the late game. Which might actually be a little bit better. I'm going to go with that instead. Yeah, so this should be rocks. Unless he's taunt, foul play, whatever. We'll find out right now. Or if he specs, which, you know, would be annoying, but I'll live a hit, and I can get on my rocks here. And then we also know he specs, which means he's not faster than me. So it goes Arceus Water. I mean, Arceus Dark is my way of dealing with you. And we'll Calm Mind up here. Actually, let me just Judgment. Yeah, your Toxic doesn't matter to me. I'll recover and then refresh. So I don't really care too much about your Toxic here. I'm assuming it's Judgment, Toxic, Recover, and Defog. Nope, goes hard into Groudon. Judgmenting twice is always better than Calm Minding into it, depending on rolls and whatnot, so I much rather Judgment twice. I will have to defog. He is going to go Xerneas though, so I do get the chip damage I need on Xerneas for the late game. But Xerneas also becomes a ridiculous problem. However, I do still have a Groudon, so I get the damage I need on Xerneas for late game. I still have my Groudon at full as he throws off a Moonblast. Looks like it might be Scarf, and we'll throw off a Lava Plume. Basically, I didn't expect Xerneas to want to try and set up there, and it also potentially burns the Arceus Water. So good turn for me. Good turn for me. I'll just press his blades here too. Force the recover. Didn't do much. That's crazy. All right, I kind of like Lele now, especially with Groudon being weakened, and the fact that Lele is very annoying. I can stop the. Well, I can weaken Necrozma. I can get rid of Xerneas at the range it's at, and I can also weaken / get rid of the Arceus Water. It looks like. I'm gonna taunt here. Is there a point in taunting? I'll just Psychic. Yeah, if he recovers, then he can't defog later. Lele's Terrain Extender is still nice in general here. It also, the Psychic Terrain also boosts my Photon Geyser on my Necrozma Dusk main, so I don't have to Ultra Burst to actually be able to deal with Xerneas at 57%. Ice Beam's there, revealing he does not have defog, so maybe it is defog on a Veltal. Alright, I will do my best to defog myself, or him. Not myself, but him, rather. Gengar comes out. Sludge Wave is probably going to be your play. Just sack this here. Sludge Bomb, rather, was the play. Arceus Dark. That's a free Judgment. On anything, whether it be Groudon, Gengar. Just forcing Gengar out is important. Oh, he's leftovers. Okay. I don't think he can beat this 1v1. That is 45%. Maybe he can beat it 1v1. That's doing too much. The fact that he's leftovers though is very important. As I unfortunately crit his Xerneas upon switching, which definitely mattered. So he switched for some reason. I do not know why. As now I'm going to be able to kill everything with Arceus. And whatever I don't kill with Arceus, I literally kill with Deoxys. So I'm not sure why he switched. Deoxys is faster than Gengar. Can't go back onto Veltal. I might just win with this Pokemon right here. Because I'm definitely going to be able to knock out Gengar. Another Mon that just wins is the Veltal. So that was a pretty big turn, dude. Go ahead and give me this Groudon. I have no reason to attempt to do anything here. I might as well just take as many free kills as possible. That crit was big. And the Veltal goes down. I go out to my my own Veltal. I just click Foul Play. He can't win because I have this Pokemon in the back. And this Mon lives a Z move anyway. So, big Yveltal was able to do it. Let me get out of there. That crit was pretty big, not gonna lie. Do you enjoy playing games that are infamous for difficulty, such as Dark Souls, Spelunky, or Contra? Yeah, I thought Contra was difficult. Boy. Nah, Contra 3. Contra 3 was hard. I used to play that back in the day with my sister. Contra 3, the Alien Wars. I actually loved that game though. It was really rewarding to just to get beat down consistently by everything, just everything happening on screen. I love that game. That game specifically, I very much loved. Is there a reboot for it? I don't really keep up too much outside of Pokemon. I guess Mario. I don't know. Maybe there's. Where are the games? I'll pause it, guys, until we find a game. Be right back. Alright, guys, so we have a game now. First off, super scary Lucario and super scary potentially Specs Kyurem. As far as leads go, I don't want to lead off a Groudon because I think I'll get blown away by that Kyurem. So I'm going to lead off with my Lele. I know it's very early, but... Ooh, Arceus Ground. Interesting as a start. Yveltal's role in this game will be to hopefully deal with this and potentially the Lugia. So I'm going to go out into Yveltal here. He could be Toxic. Toxic Recover Judgment. As he goes Lugia. I would rather not get toxic by this thing just yet. I'm using the Crosman right here as a toxic deterrent. I'm just SD in his face. Because I have Psychic Terrain up, basically. So I think my way of dealing with the Lucario is going to be with my Sash, Deoxys, and Psychic Terrain. So I'm Ultra Burst here. Hit this boy up with the Terrain boosted +2 attack. I don't know if this knocks out Arceus Ground. It might. Ooh, very quick to not do it, unfortunately. But I'll Photon Geyser again because this will hit everything hard. So I don't really have to. He can't revenge kill me either with priority. So this will hit everything hard. Arceus Ground going down is fire. This going down is fantastic. That did... I'm just clicking my... I don't even have to click my Z. That did 40... That is 60%. He's at 46%. I was thinking about clicking my Z. I don't have to click it. So getting rid of Ferrothorn is amazing as far as Psychic Resist go, because he obviously only has Lugia left. Oh, Scarf Kyogre. Scarf Kyogre's Ice Beam. Alright, so I'm going to go Groudon. So he can't... That's cool, that's Scarf Kyogre. Get up our young rocks right here. Is Lava Plume is the better play. I just realized Arceus is at 1%. He goes Lugia though. So now I can get up my rocks at least. And I burn the Lugia, which is fantastic. I'll get up my rocks here. As he unfortunately misses, I'm able to get rid of the Arceus. And essentially from here, I think I want to get in my Terrain Extendermon and just taunt. That's it, just taunt. Lugia should be faster than me. But yeah, I think his Arceus Ground was his Defogger. Nope, Lugia was not faster than me. Nice. Just gonna Nature's Madness here. Good percentage, good percentage. I believe now I can safely bring out my Deoxys and click the 504 Special Attack Ice Beam, and I think win this game. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I just win with Psychic Terrain spam. So, sacks Arceus. He's going to bring out Kyogre. Does Kyogre die to Psychic and Psychic Terrain? I feel like it does. Actually, I feel like it kind of doesn't. But I'm modest, though. In Psychic Terrain. Kyogre. What the hell? Show me Kyogre. Blank set. That's in Psychic Terrain? That does nothing. Bro, that's a dead mon, bro. This Psychic Terrain. Am I calculating Kyogre wrong? I mean, I know Kyogre has good Spadef, but even then, it makes me sad. I gotta keep my Sash alive because that'll be important for Lucario. Ultra Necrozma looks kind of expendable here. He goes for Hidden Power, what I'm assuming to be Ground. So I'm going to bring out Yveltal now and just click Foul Play. And Foul Play will be able to knock out Lugia. It will do a good chunk to Lucario too. Yeah, I can't possibly lose to this Kyogre. So all I have to do is foul play spam versus this Lucario until I die, and then bring out Sash Deoxys. And he also doesn't stay in the regular form, so he doesn't have the what's it called? The Justified. Look how much this does. Yeah, I win here. Big Deoxys in the end. Might as well keep you alive. We'll save Groudon to get rid of that Infinite Rain. The only thing he can do is click Ice Beam. You can still win. You can still win, my friend, with Ice Beam spam. Wait, nope. You can't freeze my Groudon. Cannot freeze my Groudon. Good game, dude. Nice. Alright, so that was really fun. Deoxys put in a ton of work this entire live. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Definitely am a bit rusty at Ubers as far as game playing and forming things out. I think towards the end I got a little bit better, but yeah, I could feel that rust just climbing, just all over me. But anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.